EGM Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Community Conversations. Every week I'm here at the radio show with new guests, new exciting things to talk about. Sometimes a little recap because some of our guests have been in their positions for a bit, but that just helps us get perspective and a little bit of trending. So today I'm thrilled to welcome Matt Tanner from United Against Poverty.
Thanks for having me, Vicki.
Oh, it's always a delight. I thought maybe Jane would join us, but Jane, we're missing you. I'm sorry.
She's out there raising money. She's busy, y'all.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing because as a nonprofit, you offer so many services to our community members.
Yeah.
Both the grocery store that is full of great things at very reasonable prices.
Yeah.
That's a real godsend for our community. I know that we've got great food pantries and church groups as well. But there's just nothing like the pride of walking the aisles yourself instead of getting a cardboard box put in your trunk.
Very true.
So thank you.
Well, we talk about it all the time. You know, dignity and respect are two of our core values. And when you're a family that's experiencing food insecurity, which unfortunately, you know, more than half of all residents are not able to meet their basic needs in Indian River County. If you can't afford quality health care, to know TCCH is there, to not, you know, be in a position to frequent Walmart and Publix, to keep your head above water. Yeah, it's fantastic that our grocery program is there.
It definitely is. I open the freezer and the refrigerator when I go to those places and go, oh my gosh, you know, and it's not like our family is as big as it once was.
Sure.
Our children have grown and fled the nest. So, you know, it's not like I'm walking out with the bills that I used to, but close. And it's like, how do families manage?
Well, great point. Most aren't.
Yeah.
And so we're fortunate to be in a town like Vero Beach where we do have the resources. It takes this level of collaboration.
It does.
Where, you know, we're not trying to say that we solve the problem ourselves. We need our food banks. We need Treasure Coast Food Bank. We need employers. We need everybody that has individuals in their family or the staff that they manage that are experiencing these challenges, you know, to put the resources and opportunities in front of them.
And I have to give a shout out to the Shining Light Garden. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, a lot of unique opportunities that people are employing here. So I will give a shout out, though, as we approach the holidays. If you have not found a use for your mandatory retirement funds, or you get an extra blessing and a bonus yourself, think about a donation to those folks that are providing food to others. It shouldn't be just on Thanksgiving Day.
Agreed, and it's needed. You and I were chatting before we went live here, just the growing demand that we're seeing for so many services. I mean, I look back at a metric I can use to underscore need is number of individuals and families that are using our program, that are coming to us, applying for our program. 2022, we had 5,500 unique households that utilized our grocery program, that qualified financially. Last year, we had just over 15,500. So we've tripled over the last 3 years. We're on pace for probably 18,000 households this year. And so
I'd love to say good job marketing, but I think it's a lot more than that.
Marketing and awareness is certainly a part of it. We have the capacity to do this. But it becomes an increasing challenge. And I think it exemplifies the growing need in our community. Food prices continue to rise. Wages are staying stagnant. Everybody knows about the housing concerns. So one day at a time. And if we do it in tandem and walk alongside each other, then, you know, I'm confident we'll find the solutions.
Absolutely. And again, you all don't just offer food. You're really working to help people step up in their careers to get the income. And again, even if it's not here, the skills that you're training folks on are transferable to other communities.
Yes.
And I know when you had your first child, I said, "Oh, Matt, where's Grandma and Grandpa?" And you just grinned.
Well, they're local-ish now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Brevard County, close enough. But you bring up a good point. You know, I think The grocery program is our signature program. We've been around for 23 years now as an organization.
Amazing.
And so
And that's how you started.
it is. That was our
amazing.
foundational program.
Yeah.
And what we learned quickly, and what we talk about often is, if food insecurity is a challenge for your family and you qualify financially, we all know the chances are that's the tip of the iceberg. There's probably some other challenges that are going on at home: unemployment, childcare, transportation, mental health, substance misuse, you name it. Lack of health care, right? And so the Up Center with 46,000 square feet really is designed, yes, to bring folks in for the grocery program, but then introduce them to all these other partner organizations like Treasure Coast Community Health and others, and to our workforce programs, our crisis stabilization program, to say, hey, look, there's not a silver bullet, one size fits all solution to folks that are struggling with poverty or economic self-sufficiency. Let's get to know what your challenges are. And 9 times out of 10, we've got a solution right in our building.
As we also commented, though, people have got to be willing to dig in and do that work to hold a job and get further education. It's not easy. It's never been easy.
Yes.
So, sometimes it takes a whole family coming together to say, you can do it, Dad. As opposed to, what, you're leaving again? You just got home from work, because they have to attend classes.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I think adulting is not easy.
No, it's
right?
not.
That's a bumper sticker. And I think as a dad, you try to start to educate your kids on that message and that reality that, as I've grown in my 25-year career, financially, I'm in a much better spot than I used to be, but it doesn't mean that my life is that much easier. There's still inherent challenges with being an adult. I do think the difference for a lot of the adults that come in, particularly to our workforce program, they don't always have a support system around them. And I think that's what really changes a lot of hearts and minds that come through our programs is they're immediately surrounded by a staff that truly cares about them, that wants the best for them, that supports them. If we can be that wind behind their sails and know that once they graduate and become employed, we're committed to continuing to coach them for a year after.
I think that is one of the most wonderful parts of your program.
I agree.
Not that the other training programs that are out there aren't good. They are.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
But as an example, the local training center that does phlebotomy and nursing programs and that, they don't have the resources to do that follow-up.
Sure.
And so we try to embrace that individual as they come in.
Yeah.
But it's tough. We're sort of like, well, I grew up in Detroit, okay? So everything's got a car analogy in my head. I don't always bring them out,
Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City. But we didn't have any Benzes driving around there, but we had Cadillacs,
Absolutely.
okay? And and we also had the entry market, Volkswagens and others. And I would say that most of our nonprofits are like a solid Chevy. Okay.
Yeah.
They're dependable.
Yes.
They're not super fancy. They're not low lives in the greater scheme of things.
Yep.
But because of that, people are looking for mobility. And so it's a good thing to have the training besides the urge to earn more.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, both our STEP, our Success Training Employment Program, and our newest workforce program, Buildup, that's focused on getting folks trained to get into manufacturing, trades, and construction. Those are fantastic opportunities. But just like the grocery program, we're not just sitting back and saying, this solves everything.
Right.
I mean, you mentioned local training opportunities. We now have funds available where we can say, look, the first phase of both of those workforce programs that we manage, it's 4 weeks. You can certainly grow your self-esteem, add some skills, get connected to employment. But if you want to continue to advance outside of that, if your employer is not offering those opportunities, we can provide some funding for you to go to Treasure Coast Technical College, for you to go to Indian River State College. If you have that GED that's holding you back, let's not use that as an excuse or a barrier. Let's pay for you to get trained and get whatever you need to continue to climb in your career.
Because none of your programs actually charge individuals, do they?
No.
You hear that, folks? None. Free.
Well,
without charge.
There is a handling fee for the grocery program.
Right.
Right. You have to have some skin in the game. But to come in and meet with our crisis department, to go through any of our workforce programs, no charge. You just have to.
That's incredible.
The charge is you have to be committed to yourself, to the program. You need to show up. We talk about our programs being a workforce simulation. We're watching. Are you showing up on time? Are you motivated?
And if not, you're coaching them along as best as they can.
In the 5 years I've been here, it doesn't matter what employer I talk to. I now know what the answer is going to be. It's what skills are you looking for? I'm trying to pull out, like, is there something, a different certification, a different training that we should offer here that aligns with what you need? And they always say, I need someone that shows up on time. I need someone that's committed. I need someone that's going to put in a positive work ethic and have a positive attitude.
Well,
that's
and
the
it
key.
starts at the interview. We have so many no-shows on interviews.
Yes.
We call and confirm the day before, and then we sit there and twiddle our thumbs. Trust me, guys, it's a small town.
Yeah.
We recognize the name.
Yes.
When it comes back around.
It was a great piece of advice I got today.
Help.
We had about 100 volunteers from Publix in our grocery program today. We've got a great partnership with Publix.
Yes.
And I was able to get just the store managers pulled out for a second to talk to them about our workforce programs. And again, if our folks are applying online, what would you guys encourage? What's a tip? Old school. Unanimously, they said, once you apply, make sure they come into the store, dressed professionally, request the store manager, introduce themselves. It doesn't matter if you're applying for a cashier, sanitation, doesn't matter. Introduce yourself. How do you stand out from a stack of 500 candidates that are all online? You show up, you introduce yourself with a smile, with confidence. That can make the difference and at least give you the opportunity for that follow-up interview.
Absolutely. Wise words. Thank you for sharing. We're going to take a word from our sponsor, and then we'll come back and we're going to talk about your new Buildup program. And I hear there's something else on the agenda as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Be right back. Listen to our sponsors, please. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
If you dream of creating a home that embodies sophisticated island living, visit Sunshine Furniture now during our 50% off Tommy Bahama and Lexington Fall Home event. Bedroom, living and dining room, home office, media, and occasional pieces, Tommy Bahama furniture is distinctive and unique, yet inviting and comfortable, and is all 50% off. We're also having a floor sample closeout sale on outdoor furniture where you can save up to half price on selected closeout patio sets from Berlin Garden, Kingsley Bait, Brown Jordan, Telescope, and others. Chaises, chairs, sofas, love seats, dining sets, and fire pits, all built to withstand the Florida elements, and we specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, outdoor lamps, and rugs. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales center directly across the street for the best deals anywhere. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and come in now for the 50% off Tommy Bahama Fall sale.
Welcome to Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Hit the zone this Friday and Saturday night at 6:30 and 8:30 for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. My name is Vicki Soule, and I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. That organization has been in existence for almost 35 years. Started out in Fellsmere for the ranchers and the migrant field workers who couldn't get into town to have good health care. And we have expanded over the years. We now have 8 locations. Yes, it's still 8, even though we opened up our west location because, unfortunately, we had to close our central location. That one that is closest to what used to be Kmart's, now the Tractor Place.
Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply. You could tell I don't frequent there. But we are still the folks with the honor of serving our entire community, whether you have insurance or you don't. we take just about every insurance known to man, unless the insurance companies call us out of network, which we can't do a thing about. We still accept it, but it means your share is a little bit larger. We also have a sliding fee scale, and we have a real variety of services, usually under one roof. So that would be medical, dental, behavioral health, substance use disorder expertise. We have our own in-house pharmacies, absolute best deals in town. And we do infectious disease and a host of other things for your convenience, so that it's the same family locally that's taking care of you, our extended work family, that is. And so it's not quite like the bar where everyone knows your name, because we follow HIPAA. But hopefully you get that same warm welcome, glad to see you back kind of feeling, because as we know, healthcare is a combination of acute and mostly preventative occurrences, things that we can check while problems are small, give you advice on, sometimes medications to help. But you got to come in to let us do that. And our openings, because we continue to staff up for your convenience, are very short time framed. You can get in as a new patient even within a week or two. So give us a call at 257-8224 and make an appointment. We do have new call center people as well, which has really reduced the amount of time on hold as well. So I'm just, as you can tell, tickled pink at where we've been and where we're going. But we do it with partners like United Against Poverty.
Yes.
So Matt is here with us today. We've talked a little bit about the member share grocery program and the economics surrounding folks and the willingness to take care of some of the other program opportunities that you offer.
Sure.
So I heard something new at the beginning.
Yeah.
I heard Step Up, which is a program you've had for 4 years?
It's been going on now since 2016. So we are right into our 7th year now.
Okay. I missed that. Every day rolls into the next.
Yeah. It's slowed during COVID, but has ramped up to full speed now.
So tell me about this Buildup program.
Yeah. Well, we just recently celebrated the 500th employed graduate of the STEP program.
Wow.
Yeah, which we're thrilled about. But 2 years ago, we started having some conversations around STEP is a little more broad in nature, right? It's not designed for one particular industry. A lot of it is the emotional intelligence, building that self-esteem, that hope, getting a little bit of direction of where to go with your career. But we started having a lot of conversations. We were part of a lot of working groups here in the county to say, if there was a program, almost a vertical that we would add within the STEP program that was a little bit more catered to a specific industry, what would that be? And so
where was the gap?
Yeah, and where are the opportunities, right? Which industries are growing in this town? And manufacturing, trades, and construction kept coming up in the top three. And so in partnership with Treasure Coast Builders Association, Chamber of Commerce, we decided to launch Buildup, which is a similar structure to STEP. It's a 3-phase program. Okay. The first phase, the participants in that program are with us for 4 consecutive weeks. It's a little bit of a longer day. It's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, no cost associated with the program. They're running through Home Builders Institute curriculum, HBI. That's a nationally accredited organization. And so they are getting basic construction math. They're getting workplace safety. They're getting job preparation, and they're getting an opportunity to demonstrate 71 skill achievement records in using a variety of hand and power tools.
I thought you were going to tell me that it's similar to your STEP program in terms of helping them with that emotional quotient and how to show up to work on time. But it sounds like that's a very small component of those first 4 weeks.
Those participants in Buildup are with the STEP participants for the emotional intelligence portion of the curriculum to start each morning, and then they go into a separate space that is outfitted.
I can't see these guys dancing around in your open
most
area.
of them have 2 left feet, but
they're there.
We joke about it. I mean, day 1, which was yesterday for our latest cohort for STEP and Buildup, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of why did I decide? What is happening here? Why are these people making me dance and clap in a circle?
I'll bet.
And then by week 4, we can't get them to stop.
No kidding.
So that maturity and that confidence really grows in them. But We had mentioned Habitat for Humanity offline here for a second. We've really now started in year 2 of the program to identify from year 1 where some areas where we can continue to strengthen. And we really wanted to lean more on community employers that are doing the type of work that we are wanting to prepare our participants for. So this year we've done field trips to Porch Factory, and we went down to their manufacturing plant and got some hands-on experience. We went to Illuma Tower, Wilbert, and met with some folks on communication tower construction.
That's a new field.
And then we did a field trip out to Habitat for Humanity and learned how to put up trusses and frame walls. So it's this opportunity to say, we're learning some great stuff in the classroom, but now let's go out into the community with real employers that have real opportunities. And let's actually also get a feel for, is this what I want to do with my career?
Exactly.
It's 90 degrees and I'm putting up a screened enclosure. I'm putting up a roof when it's raining. This is what it takes. It's hard work.
It is hard work.
But the opportunities are there. And we've had 3 individuals that have now been hired by Habitat for Humanity, Illuma Tower, and Porch Factory.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
That's it.
Is give them the training so that they can get the jobs that they otherwise have not qualified for.
And know that they're with employers that have a good culture, have upward mobility opportunities. That again, if people are showing up with a positive attitude, on time, with a good work ethic, they will continue to grow within these companies.
Well, and it's real clear that there are those growing opportunities for supervision because, as you said, in these programs, you follow these folks and continue coaching them.
Yes.
So EQ is not a 1 week and done.
No. And all of us look.
Learn to work with other people.
And, again, I'm an executive director and I have days where my EQ is, not the best.
Don't even go there. We're not going to play true confessions this early in the day.
But again, I think it goes back to having a support system around you.
Does.
And understanding that you don't just reach out to your coach when you've hit rock bottom. You just had a bad day.
That's right. Everybody has those.
How do I manage that, So agreed. That's a critical component of both those programs.
It is. That's awesome. So what else have you got planned going forward?
Yeah. So we had
2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Come on.
Okay.
Here's my elevator pitch for a new initiative we have called the Up Mobile Prosperity. You and I were talking beforehand that food insecurity is a growing concern in this town. A lot of people are talking about it. It's a real problem. When we built the Up Center, the new Up Center in 2020, it wasn't with the intention that if we build it, everybody will come. Transportation is a problem in this town.
Yep.
There are still food deserts that exist. You don't want folks feeding their families from local gas stations or corner stores consistently. You're not going to get low-cost, healthy options. If they can't make it into the grocery program at our center, we're now going outbound. So the Up Mobile Prosperity is a 26-foot refrigerated truck. We're going out into communities, and we're offering families the opportunity to come out and purchase bundles to have a handling fee. So you're talking about $10 to get milk, eggs, produce, protein, some snacks. And while they're there, they can connect with a representative from our crisis program and our workforce program to apply and to learn more information.
Yeah,
so raise awareness and help with some food security challenges.
So I'm guessing you had a benefactor that really endorsed this idea.
Florida Blue.
Ah.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic relationship with Florida Blue. So this was a food security multi-year grant that enabled us to purchase the trucks. And again, we're wanting to do this in tandem with others. So the next outbound event will be October 4th. We'll be out at VNA's Family Fun weekend.
So they can experience it and look for it in their neighborhood?
That's it.
Okay. I just have one thing. I'm so old-fashioned. I still remember when the ice cream trucks came along. Do you have a little
great idea.
musical or something that says we're in the neighborhood?
I love the idea.
Okay, sounds good. That's my good idea for the week, Matt.
Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you for coming and sharing with us. I really appreciate it, and I think other people will as well.
I hope so.
So come on back next week. We'll have another wonderful guest and more to learn. So otherwise, have a great evening, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.